Hey there guys, and welcome back to another FPV Guide video. I'm Bo Lorentzen, and as you know, this week I'm trawling through NAB 2018, and NAB is mostly broadcast equipment, but I came across John here who is showing off this new camera. It's not new, but it's like a gimbal solution, and what I really like about it is he's using a view camera. So what do you have here? And I noticed there's like an FPV camera built in. Yeah, so we have a gimbal camera pod solution, kind of based on our own technology, which has a thermal camera side by side with a 1080p camera with a 10x zoom. And so it's on a gimbal and has a 360 continuous pan. And we're using our own data link technology, which is the Pico radio. Okay. And so this enables long-range transmission, so typically 5 miles with a very basic antenna, but we have configurations you can scale much larger than that, up to some of our customers are transmitting as far as 75 miles with the right antenna and amplifier combination. And now, 75 miles, I was actually consulting on a project a couple of years ago for inspection usage. Yes. And where they needed to go very long ranges and inspect a line going along. Sure. So we can configure relay stations as well, so you can handle very complex configurations by using ground to aircraft, back to ground relays. And that's a 1080 downlink. That's correct. So it's not like deteriorating. Yeah. So it's a bidirectional data link, so you can use it as the primary link for your vehicle, as well as video downlink and bidirectional control. So you can send S-bus commands through it to control. Does it give me an HDMI out? So you can do a couple of different things there. So we have options to get to an HDMI decoder if you want to go direct to an HDMI. We have you can use software decoders on your laptop. So if you're running something like a Pixhawk or a NASA autopilot, you can get all of that data down. OSD in it, and then decode it on a laptop or on a standalone decoder. So we've got lots of different options. Now it's a pretty big box here. What do you hang that on? Very large vehicles, certainly. I mean, the gimbal camera solution that we have is about 1.5 pounds. So, but that's a full 1080 zoom camera as well as 640 by 480. And now the important thing here is that he has the thermal camera, and I know you've seen videos where I've been flying my View on different drones, but the problem is, of course, you get a fixed field of view. When you have a optical camera or a visible light camera that's matched, it's hard mounted next to the view, that means it's centered on whatever I'm seeing on the view. So if I see something interesting, like a person in the water, I can switch to the optical, and with the 10 times optical zoom, I can really go in and take a look at it without having to lower my flight altitude. And actually with our data link, you can actually transmit both of those channels simultaneously. So you can look at I can have two screens up? Full HD, or you can have a windowed, your thermal image in a window with the 1080 as your full screen, or two side by side. Yeah. So that's important. Now, this is a 360. Does it kind of like it stop at the end? No, it has a 360 continuous pan. So slip rings? Exactly. We have slip rings. Our video encoders are inside. So we're very flexible as far as cameras go as well. So you can configure our data link with other camera solutions, such as for cinema, the Blackmagic Micro Cinema camera works well with it. And so you can kind of mix and match camera solutions to kind of design a system for what you need. Which is kind of one of my pet peeves, because DJI, of course, is like the flying camera company, but Blackmagic makes amazing cameras. And if you're gonna do cinema or broadcast productions, there's a lot to be said for using a camera that's already a known entity in the broadcast sphere. Absolutely. And then having a solid downlink. Yeah. And then the other advantage of the system is, since it's a bidirectional data link, we have a scheme so that you can use it as a primary link for the vehicle. You can send autopilot commands through the link. You can get telemetry back. You can also send manual commands to your autopilot and gimbal, potentially through S-bus, so we can pass S-bus through the robust data link. And so it's a very secure link. So, John, the big question. This is like $20,000? No. So we have configurations that start at about $6,000 to $7,000, depending on the camera that you have installed.
So we're working on final.
So if I have a 640 view camera installed, we're looking at about 7,000.
That's roughly correct. Yeah.
And now, guys, this is really an interesting number because this compares directly in the performance to an XT Pro or an XT2 from DJI, which is almost $12,000. So you still need a bird to hang it on, and I'm sure that a Matrice 210 can easily pick this up. So you could fly it on a DJI, but you can of course also fly it on almost any other large platform.
Exactly. We work great with vehicles based on Pixhawk autopilots and almost any autopilot. So,
but the important thing is you have a 2-camera setup.
Right.
360 never-ending rotation.
Yes.
So that means you can fly and your camera operator or sensor operator can keep looking at what he wants to look at. And you can use probably a pilot camera in addition for the pilot, which not necessarily is included in this package.
Yeah. But we have a flexible system. Yeah, we actually have a very flexible system. We've had some customers put 4 or more cameras on board and be able to transmit those streams down. We have a small 720p camera with a built-in IP encoder that can be used as FPV potentially, and so you can network that into our system since it's it's all Ethernet based, and so you can connect these and kind of come up with a custom
long-range Ethernet.
Yes, exactly right.
That's brilliant because you can put any kind of data you want through it.
Exactly. So you can use it for all kinds of payload systems and camera solutions. So,
but for me, I got to tell you, I've been working with thermal cameras, and the $7,000 price point for 2 cameras in a 360 gimbal with a 10-time optical zoom is really a very interesting price point because it compares to what DJI just released in the $11,000 to $12,000 price range. That's money that right there just pays for the bird that's going to carry it. So, John, one more important question. Where do we get hold of one of these?
Well, get in touch with us at airborneinnovations.com, and you can kind of
do you have a phone number?
System. Yes, we do. It's 720-515-3720.
So guys, if you're looking for an alternative thermal solution with a long-range option, give John a call because he knows stuff about thermal solution and also about data downlinks.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thanks very much.